To be a sore loser. To react poorly or with bitterness when one fails to win or achieve success. To display poor sportsmanship by expressing frustration, anger, or resentment after losing. He's such a sore loser that he refuses to play board games with us anymore. She's known for being a sore loser and often makes excuses when she doesn't win. She threw a tantrum like a sore loser when she didn't get the lead role in the play. He can't handle losing gracefully and always acts like a sore loser. After losing the match, he stormed off the field like a sore loser. To be a wet blanket. To be a person who dampens enthusiasm or spoils the enjoyment of others. To be someone who discourages or undermines the positive atmosphere of a situation. She's known for being a wet blanket whenever we try to make plans. He rained on our parade like a wet blanket with his negative comments. She's such a wet blanket at parties, always complaining about something. He's a wet blanket when it comes to trying new things. Every time we try to have fun, he comes along and acts like a wet blanket. To be a black sheep. To be a person who is regarded as a disgrace or embarrassment to their family or group. To be an outsider or misfit within a social or familial context, often due to behavior or beliefs. She's considered the black sheep in her conservative community because of her progressive views. In a family of doctors, she's always been the black sheep for pursuing a career in art. He's always been the black sheep among his classmates, never quite fitting in. She's the black sheep of the team, always causing trouble and underperforming. He's the black sheep of the family because of his criminal record. To be a wolf in sheep's clothing. To be a person who pretends to be harmless or benign while actually being dangerous or deceitful. To be someone who hides their true intentions or nature behind a facade of friendliness or innocence. You never know who might be a wolf in sheep's clothing, so it's important to be cautious. He seemed like a nice guy at first, but he turned out to be a wolf in sheep's clothing. He's a wolf in sheep's clothing, pretending to support the cause while secretly working against it. Beneath her sweet exterior, she's a wolf in sheep's clothing, manipulating those around her for her own gain. She's a wolf in sheep's clothing, feigning ignorance to cover up her deceitful actions. To cry over spilled milk. To dwell on past mistakes or misfortunes that cannot be undone. To waste time and energy lamenting something that has already happened and cannot be changed. There's no use crying over spilled milk. What's done is done. He needs to stop crying over spilled milk and focus on finding a solution. She's been crying over spilled milk ever since she lost her phone. There's no point in crying over spilled milk. We need to move on and learn from our mistakes. She's still crying over spilled milk about the job she didn't get. To be a snake in the grass. To be a person who is treacherous or deceitful, often pretending to be friendly or harmless. To be someone who betrays trust or loyalty by acting in a covert or underhanded manner. He's a snake in the grass, manipulating situations to benefit himself at the expense of others. She's a snake in the grass, spreading rumors behind people's backs. Watch out for him. He's a snake in the grass who can't be trusted. He's a snake in the grass, pretending to be your friend while secretly working against you. I never trusted her. I always suspected she was a snake in the grass. To be a rotten apple. To be a person who is corrupt or morally depraved, often influencing others negatively. To be an individual who has a detrimental effect on a group or organization due to their unethical behavior. We need to remove the rotten apple from the group before they spoil the whole bunch. He's a rotten apple, corrupting those around him with his dishonesty and greed. He's a rotten apple who's been causing trouble since day one. He's a rotten apple, leading others astray with his bad influence. She's a rotten apple in an otherwise good team, spreading negativity and discord. To be a thorn in someone's side. To be a persistent source of annoyance or trouble for someone. To cause ongoing frustration or difficulty, often by obstructing or interfering with someone's plans or goals. The budget cuts have become a thorn in the school's side, affecting programs and resources. His constant complaints are a thorn in my side. I can never seem to please him. The unresolved issue with the landlord is a thorn in our side, causing stress and uncertainty. Her ex-husband continues to be a thorn in her side, making co-parenting their children difficult. The malfunctioning equipment has been a thorn in our side, delaying the project at every turn. To turn over a new leaf. To make a fresh start or change one's behavior for the better. To begin anew, often with a commitment to improved attitudes or actions. Following the breakup, she resolved to turn over a new leaf and prioritize her own happiness. After serving his sentence, he decided to turn over a new leaf and focus on building a better future. He's been sober for a year now, truly turning over a new leaf and leaving his old habits behind. She realized she needed to turn over a new leaf and start taking her studies more seriously. I've decided to turn over a new leaf and adopt a healthier lifestyle. To break new ground. To pioneer or innovate in a particular field, creating something new or groundbreaking. To venture into unexplored territory or achieve something unprecedented. Her groundbreaking research broke new ground in the study of climate change, reshaping our understanding of its effects. The company's new product broke new ground in technology, revolutionizing the way we interact with devices. The artist's latest exhibit broke new ground in contemporary art, challenging traditional notions of creativity. Their research broke new ground in the field of medicine, leading to significant advancements in treatment. The team's innovative approach broke new ground in the industry, setting a new standard for excellence. To be in the honeymoon phase. To be in the early stages of a new relationship or endeavor, characterized by intense excitement and optimism. To experience a period of initial enthusiasm or euphoria, often followed by a more realistic assessment. The team is in the honeymoon phase of the season, optimistic about their chances of success. At the start of the project, we were in the honeymoon phase, full of enthusiasm and energy. During the honeymoon phase of the relationship, everything seemed perfect. The new company is in the honeymoon phase, with everyone enthusiastic about the possibilities. They're still in the honeymoon phase of their marriage, enjoying every moment together. To be out with the old, in with the new. To discard or replace old or outdated things in favor of newer or more modern alternatives. To embrace change by letting go of the past and welcoming fresh opportunities or perspectives. They sold their old car and bought a new electric vehicle, embracing the motto out with the old, in with the new. As they renovated the house, they decided to be out with the old, in with the new, replacing outdated fixtures with modern ones. She decluttered her wardrobe, getting rid of old clothes to make room for new ones. Out with the old, in with the new. The team adopted a new strategy, leaving behind old tactics. Out with the old, in with the new. The company's restructuring was about being out with the old, in with the new, streamlining processes and embracing innovation. To be a new kid on the block. To be a newcomer or recent arrival in a particular place, group, or situation. To be someone who is unfamiliar with established practices or routines. Starting at a new school can be daunting when you're the new kid on the block, but she soon found her niche. She's the new kid on the block at the office, still learning the ropes and getting to know her coworkers. Being the new kid on the block can be intimidating, but she quickly found her footing in the classroom. As the new kid on the block, he was eager to make friends and find his place in the neighborhood. As the new kid on the block in the industry, he's eager to prove himself and make a name for his startup. To make a fresh start. To begin anew or start over, especially after experiencing setbacks or difficulties. To embark on a new phase or chapter in one's life, often with a sense of renewal or optimism. She enrolled in college as a mature student, eager to make a fresh start and pursue her passion for learning. The team struggled last season, but is determined to make a fresh start and turn things around. After the divorce, she decided to move to a new city and make a fresh start. He lost his job, but saw it as an opportunity to make a fresh start in a new career. The new year is a chance to make a fresh start, leaving behind old habits and embracing new ones. To be like a breath of fresh air. To be refreshing or invigorating, especially in contrast to something stale or stagnant. To bring new energy, vitality, or positivity to a situation or environment. The park was like a breath of fresh air, providing a peaceful escape from the hustle and bustle of the city. The change in leadership was like a breath of fresh air, bringing much-needed stability and direction to the organization. The new manager was like a breath of fresh air, introducing innovative ideas and fostering a positive work culture. Her optimism and enthusiasm were like a breath of fresh air in the office, lifting everyone's spirits. After years of the same routine, the vacation was like a breath of fresh air, rejuvenating their relationship. To break the ice. To initiate or facilitate social interaction, especially in a situation where there may be tension or awkwardness. To make the first move in establishing rapport or easing discomfort in a group setting. He told a joke to break the ice and lighten the mood at the meeting. They played an icebreaker game to break the ice and get to know each other at the workshop. He complimented her on her outfit to break the ice when they first met. The host introduced a game to break the ice and encourage conversation among the guests. She asked everyone to share an interesting fact about themselves to break the ice at the party. To start with a clean slate. To begin again with no preconceived notions, prejudices, or obligations. To approach a situation without being influenced by past experiences or mistakes. She enrolled in therapy to work through her issues and start with a clean slate in her personal life. He moved to a new city to start with a clean slate and leave behind the troubles of his past. He deleted all his social media accounts to start with a clean slate and focus on real-life connections. The company underwent restructuring to start with a clean slate and implement new policies. After the argument, they decided to forgive each other and start with a clean slate. To be as nice as pie. To be extremely pleasant, friendly, or agreeable. To exhibit kindness or warmth in one's demeanor or behavior. They were as nice as pie to their new neighbors, inviting them over for dinner and offering to help with moving. The receptionist at the office is always as nice as pie, making visitors feel welcome. Even under pressure, she remained as nice as pie, never losing her cool. Despite her busy schedule, she's always as nice as pie to everyone she meets. He may seem gruff, but once you get to know him, He's as nice as pie. To have a heart of gold. To possess a kind, generous, or compassionate nature. To be genuinely caring and selfless in one's actions towards others. Despite facing hardships herself, she has a heart of gold and is always looking out for others. The volunteer has a heart of gold, dedicating countless hours to charitable causes. The old man next door has a heart of gold. He's always willing to lend a hand to anyone in the neighborhood. He may seem rough around the edges, but deep down, he has a heart of gold. She has a heart of gold. She's always helping those in need without expecting anything in return. To be a ray of sunshine. To be a source of joy, positivity, or happiness in others' lives. To brighten someone's day with one's cheerful demeanor or optimistic outlook. Despite the gloomy weather, he always manages to be a ray of sunshine. Even in difficult times, her optimism shines through like a ray of sunshine. Her smile is like a ray of sunshine, lighting up the room wherever she goes. After a long day at work, seeing her kids is like a ray of sunshine. Her positive attitude is a ray of sunshine in an otherwise dreary workplace. To be sweet as honey. To be exceptionally kind, gentle, or affectionate. To possess a warm, endearing personality that evokes feelings of fondness or warmth. Even after all these years, she's sweet as honey to her childhood friends. Despite his tough exterior, he's sweet as honey when it comes to his family. She's sweet as honey. She always has a kind word for everyone she meets. Her homemade cookies are sweet as honey. They're always a hit at bake sales. The elderly couple down the street is sweet as honey. They've been married for 50 years and are still deeply in love. To be a breath of fresh air. To be refreshing or invigorating, especially in contrast to something stale or stagnant. To bring new energy, vitality, or positivity to a situation or environment. Her optimism is a breath of fresh air in a sea of negativity. The peaceful countryside is a breath of fresh air after living in the city for so long. After the long winter, the first signs of spring are like a breath of fresh air. The new employee is a breath of fresh air. She brings fresh ideas and enthusiasm to the team. His honesty is a breath of fresh air in a world full of lies and deceit. To be easy on the eyes. To be visually appealing or attractive in appearance. To have features or qualities that are pleasant or agreeable to look at. The picturesque village is easy on the eyes, with its quaint cottages and cobblestone streets. The garden is easy on the eyes, with its colorful flowers and lush greenery. She's easy on the eyes, with her striking features and radiant smile. The painting is easy on the eyes, with its soothing colors and graceful lines. The sunset over the ocean is easy on the eyes. It's absolutely stunning. To be a sight for sore eyes. To be a welcome or comforting sight, especially after a period of difficulty or unpleasantness. To evoke feelings of relief, joy, or comfort upon seeing someone or something. The beach at sunrise was a sight for sore eyes. It was so peaceful and beautiful. After being away for so long, seeing her family again was a sight for sore eyes. The cabin in the woods was a sight for sore eyes after a long day of hiking. His smiling face was a sight for sore eyes after a stressful day at work. The rain stopped just in time for the outdoor concert, and the clear skies were a sight for sore eyes. To be all smiles. To be visibly happy, cheerful, or content. To have a facial expression characterized by a wide smile or grin. Despite the rainy weather, they were all smiles at the picnic. His promotion had him all smiles. He couldn't stop grinning from ear to ear. The children were all smiles as they opened their presents on Christmas morning. She walked into the room, and suddenly everyone was all smiles. After the successful presentation, the team was all smiles, relieved that it had gone well. To be a gem of a person, to be exceptionally kind, caring, or valuable as a friend or acquaintance. To possess qualities or traits that make one highly appreciated or admired by others. She's a gem of a person, always there to lend a helping hand when you need it most. Despite facing his own challenges, he's a gem of a person, always putting others' needs before his own. He may not be perfect, but he's a gem of a person, loyal, trustworthy, and always willing to listen. The elderly couple next door are gems of people, always looking out for their neighbors. I'm so lucky to have her as a friend. She's a real gem of a person. To be stuck in a rut. To be trapped in a situation where there's no progress or improvement. To be in a state of stagnation or monotony, lacking change or development. He's stuck in a rut with his writing, unable to come up with any fresh ideas. The company was stuck in a rut until they implemented some new strategies to attract customers. I've been feeling stuck in a rut lately, like I'm not making any progress in my personal life. After years of the same routine, she realized she was stuck in a rut and needed a change. I feel like I'm stuck in a rut at my job. I do the same thing every day and nothing ever changes. To be at a standstill. To be completely stationary or not moving. To be in a state of deadlock or inertia with no progress or advancement. Negotiations between the two parties are at a standstill. Neither side is willing to compromise. Traffic was at a standstill for hours due to the accident on the highway. The economy is at a standstill, with no signs of growth or recovery. The construction project has been at a standstill since the funding was cut. The peace talks have been at a standstill for months, with no resolution in sight. To be dead in the water. To be completely halted or stalled, unable to progress. To be in a state of complete failure or defeat, with no hope of recovery. The company's expansion plans are dead in the water due to regulatory issues. The team's morale is dead in the water after losing their star player to injury. Without funding, the startup is dead in the water. They can't afford to move forward. The peace talks are dead in the water after both sides refuse to compromise. The project is dead in the water after the main investor pulled out. To be in a holding pattern. To be temporarily paused or delayed, awaiting further instructions or developments. To be in a state of uncertainty or indecision, with no clear direction forward. The peace process is in a holding pattern as diplomats try to broker a ceasefire. The project is in a holding pattern until we receive approval from management. Her career is in a holding pattern while she decides whether to pursue further education. The company's expansion plans are in a holding pattern until the market conditions improve. The negotiations are in a holding pattern while both parties review the proposed terms. Level up your English. Master vocabulary, idioms, and phrasal verbs with fun quizzes. Translate meanings into 104 languages. Download now. Link in the description. Please like and subscribe to our channel.